Today, the case of the man accused of killing his own daughters will likely be handed to a jury. Closing arguments in the Yaser Said trial are set to begin this morning. Chris Sadeghi is in Dallas. So, Chris, the case is wrapping up, but not before Said defended himself.
He did, Kara. This morning, we will get the closing arguments, and then the jury will begin their deliberations. The key piece of evidence in this trial is the 911 phone call that Yaser Said made naming her father as her shooter. However, Yaser Said has his version of the story, and he took the stand to try to convince the jury that his version is true.
In my culture, it's something to get upset about.
Yaser Said admits he was upset his daughters were dating American boys, speaking sometimes through an interpreter and sometimes in English. He says he took his daughters, Sarah and Amina, to dinner that night after they returned home after a nearly a week on the run from him. But the story he tells is that they were being followed by someone he thought wanted to hurt him. So he got out of the cab he was driving to get to safety and told his daughters to take the cab. That night, Sarah and Amina were found shot to death in the cab. But despite the story he told, Said never called either 911 or the girl's mother that night and blames media coverage for why he stayed on the run for 12 years.
You didn't tell Patricia that you were scared that someone was following you?
No, I did not tell her.
You didn't show up to their funerals?
Yes, because of the unfair and hateful media coverage at that time.
And once the jury begins deliberating, if they do convict Said, then he will receive an automatic sentence of life in prison, no parole. Mark, back to you.
Yeah, Chris, this is a capital murder case. This is also Texas. Why is the death penalty not an option for sentencing here?
Yeah, Mark, it is a capital murder case, but the DA here in Dallas County, John Creuzot, is not pursuing the death penalty. He has said in the past that if he pursues death penalty, will be because they are sure that they can meet all the elements required to convict someone and sentence them to death. One of those elements is that the jury must determine that that person would continue to be a danger even behind bars. You may remember Billy Shamirmir, also a case where the death penalty was not pursued.
Okay, thank you for the update this morning, Chris.